Hello, my dear masters and friends. Welcome you all for this day 12 of self-transformation session. You all know we'll all be together for this 21-day session. I hope you all have been enjoying it and practicing mindfulness every day. We all knew about the yoga, especially the Patanjali Yoga Sutras. And what is the real meaning of yoga? So now, let us invite Mr. Pradeep Vijay and know something more, a different sector in this vast spiritual science. Welcome, Pradeep.
Okay. Thank you, darling. Namaste, everyone. So I hope you are enjoying this self-transformation program. So today also we will begin with few minutes of meditation. So we'll meditate for 20 minutes. Drink some water. Darken your room. Make yourself comfortable. Closing your eyes. Just be with your breath. Natural breath. For 20 minutes. Only 20 minutes. Let us enjoy the deep meditation. Group meditation. Meditation from the participants from around the world, connecting globally, energetically towards going within, raising our consciousness. Please don't open your eyes, come what may. Let us enjoy the 20 minutes. Just by witnessing your own breath, by spending time with your own self. The definition of meditation, the purpose of meditation is empty mind. Raja Yoga is all about emptying your mind. Kindly be with your breath, my dear friends. No thoughts whatsoever. The moment you notice any thoughts, immediately come back to your breath. Again and again. You will hear a gentle music. The music will calm your mind, and that will help you to enjoy your meditation. Go deep with your own breath. Final 10 seconds. Gently place your hands on your eyes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You may slowly remove the hands and open your eyes whenever you are ready. And drink water. So friends, we have discussed yesterday about yoga. We understood the definition of yoga, the meaning of yoga, and different yogas. And we have dived deep into Raja Yoga to understand Patanjali's Yoga Sutras in Raja Yoga. So today let us understand a little more about the soul evolution, and yoga and yoga parampara. So before we go into today's yoga parampara, I want you to understand the key points in the self-transformation program. So please take a pen, book ready and note down. Yesterday, when we were discussing about yamas and niyamas, we realized how important it is. Since we are already in Raja Yoga, since we are already meditating, it is important we have to fine-tune the yamas and niyamas. So self-transformation is a process where you are fine-tuning. So making our home an ashram, because we are doing this virtually, right? We are sitting in our home and we are practicing all this. So making our home our own ashrams. How to make our own home ashram? You see, we spend most of our lifetime in our home. So if you want peace, if you want a happy home, if you want your home to be peaceful, happy, then it has to vibrate with a lot of positive energies. The home should have positive energies. So making the home an ashram is nothing but you are sensitive to the energies. So what should we do? There are a few points to understand and write down. The first is cleanliness. Very, very important. And again, in the cleanliness, there are 3 subdivisions. A, B, C. Personal hygiene. If you are in the practice of meditation, you have to take minimum 2 showers a day. The aura has to be cleansed. Minimum 2 showers is a must for a practitioner of Raja Yoga. If you are a meditator, then it becomes necessary to maintain certain personal hygiene. You don't need to put all the chemicals and soap, but energetically the aura should be cleansed. 2 showers. That is A. And the B, what kind of clothes you are wearing. The clothes should be, every time you shower and come out, you should always wear fresh set of clothes, clean clothes. And you cannot just wash your clothes and throw it as a lump and then just wear it simply like that. The clothes has to be properly folded, ironed. So that is also very important. If you don't fold your clothes and iron it and keep it properly, if the clothes are scattered everywhere in your room, then it also absorbs a little bit of negativity. So the clothes has to be washed, folded or ironed properly and kept. And you should always wear a clean set of clothes. Every time you shower, your aura is cleansed, you should wear a clean set of clothes. Never wear an used cloth, because the cloth has the old energy. And when you take a shower, You are recharged. There is a new energy, new aura. So the clothes, you should always wear fresh clothes, clean clothes, every time after a shower. So that's B. And coming to the C, we are discussing about cleanliness, saucha. So the first is personal hygiene. The second is the clothes we wear. And the third one is space. Our surroundings should be clean. When I say clean, that means it should have some space also. We call it as a living space. So we need to have sufficient space for the energy, for the chi energy, for the prana energy to move around the house. This is very important. You cannot have unnecessary things in your house. If you have the things which you are not using, then it takes up energy. Broken things should be discarded immediately. Broken glasses, broken spoons, spoiled ones, anything broken, discard it. And yesterday I discussed about the cleaning process. The cleaning is not simply dusting. The cleaning means keep only what you need. And the things you don't need, you discard it or give it away so that you get some good karma. Or if you don't feel like giving it away, or at least discarding, you are so attached to certain things. Attachment leads to suffering. If you are so attached that you can't discard, at least pack it and put it in a storeroom or keep it somewhere so that at a later stage you can discard it. So keeping the things which you really need, which you are really using, the utility factor matters a lot. If something you are not using on a regular basis and those things are lying around in your living space or in your bedroom or wherever, it takes up energy. So the cleaning means you are keeping the minimum things, the necessary things, the useful things, the utility-based things, the other things you are discarding. And every day you should clean your house, vacuuming, sweeping, mopping, whatever. So that cleanses the aura of the house. So in the cleanliness, there is 1, 2, 3. Personal, the clothes we wear, and then the surroundings. These 3 things should be followed. And every time you clean a house, just burn an agarbatti or put some sambrani or burn some incense so that the ether is also cleansed. This is the first step, cleanliness. The second point is there should be meditation in your house every single day. You should meditate in your house so that the atmosphere, the energy of the house is meditative. Every single day, you have to meditate. Absolutely no excuse whatsoever. Your living space should be filled with meditation. And it is a good practice. You meditate the same place every day so that the moment you are going towards that place, you are psychologically prepared. And your body is also, because we all have memory in our body cells. So when the particular time comes, it is good to meditate the same time, in the same place, even though it is not necessary. You can meditate any place, anytime, in general. But to make our home our ashram, just have a space, a meditative space. It can be any place. You choose a particular place in your house where every day you meditate, preferably same time, same place. That will help. So point number 2 is there should be meditation every single day in your house. And it is good if all the family members are meditating together. If all the family members are meditating together at the same time, same place, that is very good. But some families, everybody is not ready for meditation. So at least you meditate. And point number 3 is you should read books every single day. The energy of the Gyan, the knowledge, the wisdom should radiate in your house. you should read at least minimum 1 hour. It can be before going to sleep. It can be any time. Read spiritual books 1 hour at your own comfortable time, at your own comfortable spot. So the first is cleanliness. The second is meditation. The third one is reading books every single day. And the fourth one is there should be a reflection, a contemplation every single day. So that means writing the journal. Every single day, you write down, you journal. How was your day? What did you do in that particular day? Reflect upon that particular day. Did you do at least one good karma in that day? Or did you live a happy life? Or is there any lesson you learned in that particular day? So, writing a journal, writing down every day really helps to reflect. The reflection is very, very important. When you reflect every single day, you are always living in the truth. So, if you have the practice of this self-reflection, then there is absolutely no sadness in your life. There is no grief because you are reflecting and you are living in the truth. That contemplation, that reflection takes you to the greater consciousness. And finally, the fifth point, most important point, is the food you eat in that house, the food you bring into that house should be absolutely food of love. No food of killing and pain and suffering. It should be always food of love, plant-based food. And also when it comes to the food, choose the food where there is no violence, no pesticides, no killing of the insects. Get organic food. We need very minimum. We just need a couple of apples and bananas. That's all. Our day can be very happy. Eating few dates and nuts, we can live a happy life. So we don't need to bring all the cheap foods which are produced with so much harming the insects, harming the birds and harming the environment. No. Let the energy which we consume that enters the house should be conscious. And no garlic, no meat in the house. So only sattvic food. Okay. And playing a certain music in the process of finally when you're cleaning the house, cleansing the house, reading the books, meditating every day, making sure there is sattvic food and there is everyday reflection, journaling, contemplation. So these are the 5 aspects. And you can also overlap with music, gentle music. There should be music played in your house. Slow music, instrumental music, that raises the vibration in your space where you are living. You don't need to play 24/7, but just play the music when you are cleaning the house, when you are meditating, while you are cooking, so that the vibrations are high. Music helps you to calm down so that there is no tension. So I've given you 5+1. So if you can practice this 6 points if you can integrate it, not only in this program, you can experiment in this program. You have to begin experimenting, cleaning your house, discarding the things. You have to experiment meditating every day, reading every day, journaling every day. So if you can experiment in this self-transformation program, and if you can experience that beauty, then it will become part of your life. So making our home, our ashram, is the need of the hour, my dear friends. Because in this lockdown, in this pandemic, many people cannot go out to work also. So we spend more time at home. And there is no need to go here and there, running for peace, happiness. We don't need to go outside our home. Let our home be our ashram. No need to follow any gurus. No need to go any ashrams outside. Yes, once in a while, for a change, you can visit some ashrams. But primarily, our home should be our ashram. So this is the way we can help ourselves to be more peaceful, to be more happy, and to celebrate life. The most important point is to celebrate life. We are doing all those things so that we can live a happy life. We are sensitive to the energy, and we are making our lives more comfortable. And we have to take responsibility. We have to take more responsibility for our own evolution. We create our own reality, my dear friends. If we are happy, we are responsible for it. If we are not happy, we are only responsible for it. Spirituality means taking responsibility. And everybody can be happy on this planet Earth. And everybody is eligible to be happy once you understand the science behind it. Happiness science. You make your home your ashram, then you are radiating happiness. Happiness is bound to happen. Peace is bound to happen in the home if your home is an ashram. Okay. So with this, we will go into our topic, Yoga Parampara. It's a very interesting subject and it's a very deep subject. We will see, we'll go slow and try to understand and integrate. Maybe we'll take half part today, we'll do part 1 today and part 2 tomorrow, and with questions. So before I can tell you about Yoga Parampara, I should tell you something about Janma Parampara. How did the soul come first to the planet Earth? What was the evolution of the soul? So we have to discuss about the Janma Parampara first. Unless you understand the Janma Parampara, you cannot understand the Yoga Parampara. I will go slow. Please note down all the points. It is very important you note down all the points and go through again and again and again so that you understand on a deeper level. Okay. Janma Parampara. There are 3 ways a human incarnate on the planet Earth. The first is the evolution of the soul from the mineral kingdom. The soul evolves to the plant. From the plant, the soul graduates to an animal kingdom. And finally, from the animal kingdom, the soul graduates to human. So within the mineral kingdom, the most evolved ones are huge stones and crystals. Crystals are very evolved within the mineral kingdom. When it comes to the plant kingdom, the highly evolved ones, the highly evolved means they're ready to graduate to the next. So in the plant kingdom, the highly evolved ones are medicinal plants, medicinal trees and huge trees like banyan tree, peepal tree. These trees, they house hundreds and thousands of beings, birds, insects, animals. They take shelter in that tree, and the tree is very medicinal. It saves lives and it gives a lot of fruits, food for the other living beings. So these huge trees which support so many life beings, they are the highly evolved ones. So they are ready to graduate to the animal kingdom. In the animal kingdom, First, it begins with wild animals, then slowly it graduates to domesticated animals. And the final incarnation within the animal kingdom are very evolved animals like cows, elephants, horses, dogs, so cats. These are very highly evolved animals. They're very sensitive. They can understand the human emotions. So they're ready to graduate to the human. So this is the first way. This is one way the human from the animal. See, the animal consciousness has group consciousness. So when the animal is evolving, the group consciousness is ready to become an individualized consciousness. So when the animal graduates to human, the group consciousness becomes individual consciousness. Then that means ego is there. Animals don't have ego, but humans, when they individualize their consciousness, when they have the individual consciousness, then ego is there. So that is the first way the human is taken birth on the planet. So the second is from an enlightened master. Once a person. So after the human kingdom, then it is the divine human kingdom. So the graduation from humans to divine human. So that means you have finished all your lessons and you become a great teacher and you have done your teaching part, and that was your final lifetime. So when you go back as a co-creator, to the higher dimensions, you place a speck of your own self onto the planet Earth. So it is like, when the adults give birth to the baby, similarly the soul places its own part of its own light, its own speck as a baby on the planet Earth. So that is the second way. So the first is the graduation from the animal to the human. So the second is a part of the enlightened self coming as a baby and incarnating as a human. So that is the second way. But whether you are graduated from the animal or your soul has been from an overself, from an enlightened overself, it's the same. Once you have taken the human, you are the same. There is absolutely no difference. Now the third is the star seeds. Star seeds are nothing but they don't belong to the earth evolution. They come from another dimension. They come from another project. So these are the three ways the human incarnate on the planet Earth. We are discussing Janma Parampara, my dear friends. Now, we have to understand the gunas also. We have discussed yesterday, but again, it is good we go through. The truth has to be discussed again and again. Tamoguna people, there are three gunas, actually four gunas. Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Satvika guna, and finally Nirguna. Nirguna is the enlightened state. So, before meditation, these three gunas are prevalent. So first is tamoguna, where the focus is only on physical existence, enjoyment, like eating, sleeping, sex, family, children, marriage. So the focus is primarily on bodily pleasures and existence. So this is tamoguna. So when in the initial incarnation, suppose the soul, on an average, the soul takes about 350 to 400 lifetimes. From the first time the soul incarnated to the final time, to the final lifetime where the soul is enlightened and going back to its source as a co-creator. In between the first lifetime and the final lifetime, average is around 350 lifetimes. So in that average of 350 lifetimes, in the beginning, the soul has taken only few lifetimes, 5 lifetimes, 10 lifetimes, 20 lifetimes. The soul is in tamoguna because it's an infant soul, baby soul. So the infant soul, baby soul, their focus is on survival. Their focus is on only body level pleasures. Because they are small babies, the soul is not yet evolved. Only few lifetimes they have taken. So it is very natural the soul will be in tamoguna. And you cannot expect a baby soul to behave like an old soul. It is not possible. You cannot expect a baby who is just crawling on the floor to participate in the running race, to participate in the Olympics and run. Not possible. A baby, the nature of the baby is to crawl. And when the baby grows up, slowly it starts walking, and then it learns to walk and run, practice, then only it can participate in a running race. So many stages is there. So tamoguna doesn't mean that they are some low being, they are some low frequency people. No, they are baby souls. Their nature is like that. A first standard student have to study the first standard syllabus. You cannot expect a first standard student to understand the 10th standard syllabus. It's not possible. So what we are trying to understand is your actions are based on your gunas. Your actions are dependent on your gunas, my dear friends. This is the point we have to understand. Any action we do is dependent on our gunas. That's why Jesus Christ said, judge ye not. The very beautiful statement of Jesus Christ is judge ye not. Why we should not judge? Because all the actions of every human being is dependent on his gunas. So what can we judge? It is natural he behaves like that. So the tamoguna people, you cannot expect sattvika guna from a tamoguna people. No, you cannot expect. Their actions reflect their gunas. Like whatever you eat, your hand, for example, if you are eating a brinjal curry, so your hand smells brinjal curry. When you eat with hand, whatever you eat, your hand smells that. Okay, so you cannot eat brinjal curry and you cannot expect mint flavor. No, not possible. Whatever is the food you eat, that is the smell, that is the natural smell, fragrance you get. Similarly, whatever is your guna, your actions will reflect that. Now, after few lifetimes, the soul feels like, okay, I have got enough of it, but I want to experience something more. I want more happiness. Yes, I'm happy on a body level. I'm happy. I'm enjoying my family, my children, money, sleep, sex. I'm enjoying everything, but I want more happiness. So when this desire comes to experience little more happiness, that means they are ready for graduation. So then they graduate into Rajoguna. So infant soul, baby soul are part of Tamoguna. Young souls are part of Rajoguna. So we have infant soul, baby soul, young soul, mature soul, and old soul. And finally, you have Buddhic and Nirvanic. So we have 7 types of souls in this soul evolution. So Tamo Guna is infant and baby. Rajoguna is young souls. They are full of energy. Okay. So now they are in one-up consciousness. They want recognition. They are not only satisfied with money. They want more with they are not only satisfied with the survival. They want recognition. They always into one-up consciousness. I should be better than the other person. I should always be one step ahead than the other person. It is one-up consciousness. I should be the leading one. Okay, so these people, they are focused on recognition. They want recognition from outside. They want name, fame, and these people, they always want to control others. Examples of these people are political leaders, religious leaders. They always want followers around them. So this is Rajoguna people. And these Rajoguna people, they are always focused on external achievements. They want to be the CEOs and they want to be the banking leaders. So they always want to be the leaders so that they get the respect from outside. And these Rajoguna people are restless people. They are workaholics, work. They don't know how to be peaceful. They don't know how to relax and enjoy life. Their focus is more on mind, mental gratifications. Okay, so this is Rajoguna. So they take few lifetimes in this Rajoguna. Okay, so for example, out of the 350 lifetimes, Tamoguna will be maybe 100 lifetimes, and Rajoguna maybe another 100 lifetimes. I'm just giving an average. It is not written on the stone, but it's just an average for the understanding. So after living many lifetimes in Rajoguna, Then they graduate to Sattvika Guna. Now here, by the time they graduate to Sattvika Guna, so they have gone through enough of body pleasures, and they've gone through enough of name and fame. They've gone through all the power, all the wealth. They have seen everything, but they see the futility. Whatever you earn, whatever the property you earn, one day everything might collapse. You see what happened in Afghanistan? Collapsed overnight. All the property, everything, the whole kingdom collapsed. So they see the futility. No matter whatever the money I earn, anytime it might go. I build a huge building, a 100-storied building I built, but the building might collapse anytime. So all the name and fame, they are temporary. It might collapse anytime. So they see the futility of this. So when they start seeing the futility of this, then they are entered into Sattvika Guna. So here in the Sattvika Guna people focus on doing good things. In Tamo Guna, Rajo Guna, most of their actions leads to bad karmas. Eventually, when you're focusing on survival and name and fame, you will end up hurting others. So you will end up doing more bad karmas. But people in the Sattvika Guna, they say, okay, I don't want to do any bad things. I want to be a good person. I want to, if possible, I want to serve, but I don't want to do bad things. So this will be the nature of Sattvika Guna people. So here, they're towards their end of that Sattvika Guna lifetime. So they will start focusing on what should I do, to come out of my suffering. I want peace in my life. I just want peace and happiness in my life. So what should I do to come out of the suffering? So this will be the contemplation towards the end of the Sattvika Guna nature. So the Yoga Parampara begins when the search for the truth begins, because these Sattvika Guna people, for the first few lifetimes, they try to not to do bad karmas, and then later on, the next few lifetimes, they do good karmas. They help. They do a lot of physical service to help others physically, and then later on, they realize no matter whatever the service they do, but still life is uncertain. Life is full of chaos. So they look for, I want peace, I want happiness, and I want to know what is the truth. What is the truth of this entire? Why should we take birth, and why should we go through all those suffering and challenges? So then, when this contemplation begins in the Sattvika Guna lifetimes, then Yoga Parampara begins. Until the search for the truth begins, Yoga Parampara doesn't begin. So from the Janma Parampara, the Yoga Parampara begins when the search for the truth begins, my dear friends. So again, in Yoga Parampara, normally we discuss about Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga. Bhakti Yoga, people understand it is worshipping, following rituals, but no, that is a great misunderstanding. Bhakti Yoga is not a path. Bhakti Yoga is towards the final enlightened stage. Bhakti Yoga happens towards the final lifetimes, but the Bhakti Yoga is not a path for enlightenment. So that is the misunderstanding people have. Bhakti Yoga simply means there is no me and mine. And knowing thyself and living in oneness with the whole of the creation is Bhakti Yoga. Like examples, people who are in Bhakti Yoga, we can call Hanuman and Ram. Hanuman is a great meditator. He's a sincere meditator, and he's always in oneness consciousness with Ram, not with the Ram as a person, but with the Ram as a consciousness. So, and then Mirabai and Krishna. So Mira and Krishna, they are in oneness consciousness. Mira is a highly enlightened master. Okay, she is a great meditator in her past lives. So she was in oneness with the Krishna consciousness, not with Krishna. So Bhakti Yoga means you are in oneness with the whole of the creation. Aham Brahmasmi. Where there is no me, there is no mine. So Bhakti Yoga is the natural outcome of Yoga Parampara. But that is not part of Yoga Parampara. Okay. So we will primarily focus on Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Raja Yoga. These three, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Raja Yoga, these three are part of Yoga Parampara. And again in Karma Yoga, there are two parts, part 1, part 2. In Jnana Yoga, there are again two parts, part 1, part 2. Now there are totally 5 stages in Yoga Parampara, my dear friends. So you can write down this order. This is the order it goes in the Yoga Parampara. Karma Yoga part 1, Jnana Yoga part 1, Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga don't have two parts. Raja Yoga is only one part, which we discussed yesterday. And then Jnana Yoga part 2, then finally Karma Yoga part 2. So these are the 5 stages in Yoga Parampara. It goes in sequence. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, then finally stage 5. So unless you enter the Karma Yoga part 2, it cannot be your final lifetime. So there are so many steps to reach, to climb the final Karma Yoga part 2. And in the Karma Yoga part 2, that is the final lifetime. You are like a Muhammad, a Jesus, a Buddha, a Lavatsu, a Mahavir, like a Krishna. So that is the final lifetime, the Karma Yoga part 2. There are so many steps, and all these steps collectively is called Yoga Parampara. So now we enter the Karma Yoga part 1. Now we understood what is Yoga Parampara. We understood the Janma Parampara. From the Janma Parampara, we are understood the Yoga Parampara and then the steps. And now, before we go into the details of this, I want to make sure you have got enough integration with whatever we have discussed it today. Okay, so whatever we have discussed it today, I want you to integrate. And the details of what are the steps inside Karma Yoga part 1, Jnana Yoga part 1, Raja Yoga, and then Jnana Yoga part 2, and then finally Karma Yoga part 2. So all those fine details, the inner steps, I will discuss it tomorrow. But today I want you to integrate. First, whatever we discussed, first making our home our ashram, and then Janma Parampara, and then understanding Yoga Parampara and the steps in Yoga Parampara. So I want you to integrate all those things today, because too much of knowledge you cannot absorb. So we will split it into 2 parts. So today I have given you the overview. Tomorrow I will go detailed into Yoga Parampara. So let us meditate for another 15 minutes so that all the information we absorbed today is totally integrated. Drink some water, sit comfortably, and we are determined to implement whatever we learned. See, it is important you experiment and implement whatever you learned. You are just simply listening to the class and you are not implementing in your life, you are not experimenting in your life, then you are simply wasting the time. It is of no use. So we have to practice every single thing, whatever we absorb. That is very important. The sincerity and seriousness is very important for enlightenment. So let us meditate for 15 minutes and then we conclude the today's session. Sit comfortably, darken your room, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your neck, relax your entire back, your feet. Unless your body is relaxed, you cannot go deep into meditation, my dear friends. Your body has to be relaxed and still. Clasping your hands, crossing your feet, closing your eyes, and just be with your breath, natural breath, peaceful breath, simple breath, comfortable breath, Sukha Pranayama, peaceful, natural, normal, tranquil breath, my dear friends. The moment you notice any thoughts, simply come back to your breath again and again. Only 15 minutes. Let us enjoy. And let us integrate. Let our breath integrate the wisdom deep into our being. Just be with your breath. Final 10 seconds. Gently place your hands on your eyes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You may slowly open your eyes whenever you're ready and drink some water. So friends, we will start working towards making our home our ashram. Start cleaning the space, start cleaning the house, and practice meditation, practice reading books. And with all your experiments, you will have a greater experience. And with that great experience, there is enlightenment. So thank you very much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.
Thank you, Mr. Pradeep. It was very, very nice hearing, especially about the cleansing, the energy systems. Obviously, we all do know that cleanliness is next to godliness. And many of you have been also been mentioning in the chat, the 6-point formula is very powerful. So please do implement it. And I was really fascinated to know about the Yoga Parampara and the stages. So we just got the overview of it today. So please come tomorrow at 6 a.m. and let us hear in deep about this Yoga Parampara from Mr. Pradeep Vijay. Thank you, everyone, from Pyramid Rally International. Thank you, Pradeep.